So are you ready to start investing in Vanguard index funds, but you've decided that ETFs are the way to go for you, but you're uncertain as to which ETF you should go with? Well, in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to be covering. The 5 absolute best Vanguard ETFs that you should be investing in today. Coming up. Hey, what's going on, guys? Trey here. Now, welcome to the channel once again. The absolute best channel in giving you tips as well as strategies to help you get out of debt quicker on your way to financial freedom so that you can begin building wealth. All right. So if building wealth and becoming debt-free is something that you are interested in, subscribe to this channel as it helps this channel to grow so that I can continue making valuable content just like this one to help you reach your financial goals. In addition, smash that like button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any other content just like this one. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. All right, guys, so today's videos are specifically about Vanguard ETFs. Now, I personally do invest in Vanguard ETFs, and they are such a great way to expand your financial portfolio. The amount that my portfolio has grown since the time I began investing in Vanguard ETFs is ridiculous. It's a surefire, no nonsense way for you to become a millionaire, all right? And oftentimes when you hear people talk about becoming millionaires, some people will be like, oh, really? Yeah, you're gonna become a millionaire. Well, yes, investing in Vanguard ETFs is a surefire way for you to reach your financial goals, all right? So without further ado, let's jump into ETF number 1 that you should absolutely be investing in today. Vanguard ETF number 1, VTI. This is my absolute favorite Vanguard ETF, and it is the total stock market ETF. It is so great because this one ETF will give you exposure to the entire stock market, over 3,600 stocks. 3,600. That's a ridiculous amount. And not just stocks, but it also gives you small, mid, and large cap stocks. All right. So you will be fully diversified with this one ETF. Okay. Now, its expense ratio is 0.03%, which is relatively low. And its 5-year average for returns as of today is 13.84%. Now take this into account. The average rate of return on today's savings account, 0.03%. That's nothing. And when you take into account that the return for VTI is 13.84%, it's ridiculous. Vanguard ETF number 1, that is my absolute favorite, VTI. Vanguard ETF number 2 that I absolutely love is VOO. It gives you exposure to the entire S&P 500. John Bogle himself, as well as Warren Buffett, both state that you should invest 90% of your income into an index fund that tracks the S&P 500. An ETF as well as an index fund are very much so the same thing, all right? The only difference is the way that you trade it. So investing in an ETF will be perfectly fine for you. The difference is you don't have to pay the $3,000 to $10,000 minimum deposit. So VOO gives you exposure to almost 75% of the market, which is awesome, okay? And I invest in VOO as well. Its expense ratio is 0.03%, and its rate of return as of today is 14.15%, higher than VTI. VOO is definitely one that you want to consider when considering investing in Vanguard ETFs. Vanguard ETF number 3, VNQ. All right, and it is an REIT, and basically what an REIT is it gives you exposure to the real estate market. A lot of people are considering for passive income in investing in real estate, which you absolutely should do should your financial situation allow that to happen. For those of you who don't want to deal with tenants or anything that comes associated with rental property, VNQ is an absolute genius way to begin investing in real estate. Its expense ratio is 0.12 12%, and its rate of return as of today is 6.52%. I personally invest in this one as well. Gives you exposure to the real estate market. You can even double dip if you wanted to. You can invest in this one and also do side hustling for passive income as well. ETF number 3 that you should absolutely be considering in 2020, VNQ. Vanguard ETF number 4 that you should be considering today is BND, and that is the total bond market. Its expense ratio is 0.035%, and its rate of return as of today is 4.41%. If you don't know anything about bonds, what we do know is that the closer you are to retirement, or the closer you are to 40 years old, is when you should start considering investing in bonds. For the most part, its purpose is to give you security. All right, when you're investing aggressively, you want something that's going to offset that aggressiveness, and that's what a bond does. It gives you a blanket of security that you can fall back on in the event that something crazy happens to the stock market, like when COVID-19 hit. BND is another one that you strongly need to consider, especially for those who are approaching 40 or that are closer to retirement. Vanguard ETF number 4. All right, Vanguard ETF number 5 that you absolutely should be considering, and that is VXUS, the total international stock market. This is the international equivalent to VTI. Does the same thing that VTI does, except it covers the international market, which is awesome. Some people will say you don't need to invest in an international stock if you're already investing in a total stock market. My take on this is diversification. You need to ensure that your portfolio is fully diversified, and there is no better way to do so than investing in international stock. In this instance, a total international stock. Its expense ratio is 0.08%, and its rate of return as of today is 5.95%. For those of you who want maximum exposure to the international stock market, VXUS is the way to go. Last one, all right? And that is Vanguard ETF VYM. VYM is a high dividend yield. So basically, look at it as the companies that you are investing in are doing so great that they decide they want to give you a bonus, and it deals specifically with the largest companies. Its expense ratio is 0.06%, and its rate of return as of today is 8.74%. So you're going to reap the benefits of that dividend yield every year. I will note, however, please ensure that you are rotating that return back into your investments and not cashing out on it. So there you have it, guys. The 6 Vanguard ETFs that you should absolutely be investing in today in 2020. If you found this video to be insightful at all, please subscribe to this channel, hit the like button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any other content just like this one. Until the next video, guys, I'll see you later.